It's true. I have turned into a Pikachu. This is like some sort of fan fiction or something. But anyway.
It looks.
Have I played this one?
I don't know.
I might have.
And if I had to say anything about the art style, I said they at least tried to do something with it.
Yeah, that does look better than Link's Awakening.
That was an attempt, I guess.
Yeah, like I like the look of this new one better than the Link's Awakening remake. In this Pokemon expansion pass, we're removing the mouse cursor from the end credits, as well as many other minor changes.
Actually removed Pokemon.
Added Ireland.
Is that the island from Masters? I think that might be the island from Masters.
That Slowpoke looked like it was pissed on.
Are we really learning anything from this footage or not? Like,
Nah, it's
Oh.
No new Reggies. Oh no.
Oh no.
like I'm not getting anything from this. Like, what is this relevant to?
What are those things?
should be bloody armor with a U.
Yeah.
L.
I mean, yeah, but see, the thing is, American English is for some reason more known. Don't know why, but
It's the standard, even though this
Bloody
is Britain.
Britain, this region.
yeah, exactly. Like that's kind of dumb, isn't it? Like,
This is Mustard, who will become your
He looks like that guy from King of Fighters.
champion Leon, who you probably know
Kind of made it.
yeah, kinda.
It's not Sinnoh. Good.
you'll be able to win.
Look, I get it. You're tired of Sinnoh.
I'm not tired of Sinnoh. I want Sinnoh back. When are they going to remake Diamond Pearl?
Plenty for you to uncover. You might find a strange temple where you least expect it, or maybe spy a mysterious
I like Diamond Pearl.
growing in a place
Sinnoh's
that
cool.
seemed to belong.
Uh-huh.
Pokemon once
Just type the name into a keyboard and then, yeah, that'd do.
its character
It's got a fucking balloon head.
Didn't see Landorus.
That's because Landorus is I really don't know. Landorus is
No, you
just
can-
stupid.
You
It's orange.
Yeah, it's Doom's favorite Pokemon.
that gets us.
Thunderous is a very, very big mistake.
I like the blue
It's
one
Doom's
better.
favorite.
These brand new areas, you can experience frame drops like no other.
In these brand new areas,
Maybe they're trying to
you will find that the game will crash. Actually, it's not even like it'll run slow and then it'll crash. You know, like why'd you pay for this? That Sobble plush is having a total bra moment.
That's me right now, the Supple Plush.
Sobble is just the embodiment of everyone watching this.
Pretty much.
On Sword, you'll encounter Clara, while in Pokemon Shield, you'll run into Avery.
I like this guy's
You'll also
design.
encounter a Galarian Slowpoke that's
I don't.
created from the Isle of Armor.
Well, you don't like Avery? He's
So
got
what
like an
is
incredibly
that
tall top hat.
Slowpoke?
Sorry, they just painted part of Slowpoke yellow and called it a day.
Literally did. They just pissed on him and drew some lines on his forehead.
That's so lazy. Even I would do that. Like I wouldn't do that, you know.
Don't forget to Pokemon will continue to try new things in 2020.
Ha! That's hilarious. That's so funny that it even gets the slide whistle. Huh, new things Pokemon? Wait, that was it?
Like a crown Pokemon. That just looks stupid.
Was that really the whole what? Wait.
So, are those expansion passes 30 quid each?
What was that?
$30 each?
Yeah, 30 buckaroos each.
I mean, the expansion pass contains the two separate things in them. The expansion pass itself is 30 quid, but if you have both games and you want to update both of those games, then yeah, it's gonna cost twice as much because you're an
What?
idiot and you bought both games.
Yeah, pretty much.
The DLC that costs half the game. That's great. Amazing.
Can... What?
Does the Smash DLC almost come to that much?
Uh,
Sort of.
Oh,
The fighters pass only costs like £20, I think.
Isn't it
Something like
25
that.
or something?
Yeah, the fighters pass only costs like £20 for me.
What the hell was that?
That was 20.
Sorry,
It was $25.
can we go through what happened there? Because like I didn't glean anything from that. Like, what did we learn? Like, what actually happened?
There's
Donkey Konga.
there's 2 new DLC passes. There's
And that was it.
Learned that you can dress up as Getsus from Black and White and go on a massacre. Don't know about the last bit, but you can dress up as Getsus.
So what happened? There was 2 new DLCs that they announced, and they were adding in more Pokemon because of it.
A new Pokemon that you can only get in those regions that you have to pay for.
right.
So apparently, just like the wormholes that appeared in Ultra Sun and Moon, or Oras, you can get legendaries from previous regions, except possibly the genies by the look of it, because I didn't spot those.
Yeah. Here's hoping the Game Freak realised that the genies were a mistake, like they actually are.
So wait, those Pokemon that were unused in Sword and Shield, but were still in the game's data, were probably just part of them implementing the DLC. Most likely.
I'm so confused.
So yeah, they were working on the DLC before Sword and Shield came out, which I mean, like I guess, but like.
I don't even get what like Game Freak is trying to do at this point. Honestly.
They were.
Just stick to
So, I mean-
shitty gacha Pokemon. Like, what are you doing?
I just think
We're getting a HD remake of the first Mystery Dungeon, so yay. I'll probably
HD with
get
100
that.
asterisks.
quote HD quote.
It's not made by Game Freak, because Mystery Dungeons is made by Spike Chunsoft, which is a Square Enix subsidiary, so the quality should be a bit better.
Really?
It
Like,
look very nice.
It didn't look that good. It looked kind of stiff in a lot of places.
really? Spike Chunsoft made Mystery Dungeon?
Yeah.
The
they-
remake or the
The
original?
Mystery Dungeon games.
Make the original Mystery Dungeon, and every single variant of Mystery Dungeon, including the Chocobo Mystery Dungeon, which seems like something that you could play possibly.
What a career
Yeah,
jump!
they've made the Mystery Dungeon series.
I mean,
Yeah.
I think, didn't Mystery Dungeon like start off as a Dragon Quest thing, or was that another variant?
Spike Chunsoft seems to
There was
just publish
some-
and make a lot of weird
Some
stuff.
Mystery Dungeon. But then you have like Etrian Odyssey Mystery Dungeon. So Mystery Dungeon is just a roguelike thing that apparently any franchise could be a part of, I suppose. So, Mario Mystery Dungeon, here we come, 2020, probably.
People are gonna
Wahoo!
raise-
Wario's belly's getting empty, better feed him.
People are gonna raise hell because paid DLC for a game that was debatably incomplete on release. But honestly, this is the fundamental 3D game.
I mean,
game
like-
content.
I'm getting one thing, Tor. This is the Pokemon fan.
No, I'm just
base.
reading this thing that someone posted.
Yeah, we get to see the shitstorm and the counter shitstorm. So we get the shitstorm of people complaining
The war
about
will
it,
keep on
saying, no,
raging.
you should totally
I'll
pay
link
for
it
this
over.
because it's Pokemon. And
Oh,
the Pokédex expansion is free, but actually being able to obtain the Pokemon within the game, so that's not finding someone else who owns them or paying for home, you have to pay for that.
I'm excited to see the counter shit
And,
still.
it's just a way to glean money from people. Because,
So
any other company
basically-
would have just free update. But now, Game Freak's like, now we're actually got to find someone who paid for the pass or buy home yourself.
sneaky, sneaky.
I'm
Now that's the fun part, because you have to pay for home subscription fee, but in order to access home, I'm going to imagine you have to also pay for the Switch Online subscription fee. Subscription fee.
subscription fee.
Honey, you're going to have to pay the subscription fee.
Do we have like images?
money.
Is that like a Jim Sterling impression or something? What was
Those
that?
looked really weird.
Like that's like a Jim Sterling voice, like Triple A.
Did Cinderace go full Imazuma 11 with its Gigantamax?
He went full Final Smash with it.
I mean, I wouldn't say that Cinderace was in a defense position, but that's the only meme I've got right now, so I'm gonna post that.
Don't say Cinderace and Final Smash in the same sentence, please, or I'll come over to your location and strangle you.
Listen, Cinderace will be in Smash, okay?
Getting in.
I bet you that Cinderace will get in Smash.
Oh my god.
That's my guarantee.
It's like even with like the other like Gigantamax, they looked weird, but at least they didn't look like straight up. I don't know. The ones for the starters, they look too similar to their base forms. They just look like elongated parts of them or whatever. It's freaky.
The Gigantamax forms can be as ugly as you want, because you will never see them in competitive, because the one move you get from the Gigantamax form is generally crap, so people just stick with the Dynamax form.
I mean, unless you're Snorlax, because Max Strike sucks.
You want to know what? Oh, sorry. Go on. What were you saying, Taur?
Nothing. Go on.
Okay. You want to know what surprised me about that direct?
What?
Sorry, I was just taking a drink. No.
I thought the empty silence was supposed to be saying, nothing surprised me.
Oh, well, no, but I was just taking a drink. But that's a funny, okay, there we go. But no, what surprised me is the fact that they didn't show like or announce any like Pokemon Masters stuff. Like you would think that they would like be focusing on that a little more, wouldn't you?
The last thing they announced about Pokemon Masters is that it was disappointing and that they're sorry that they've disappointed people. So basically,
and off and not doing anything more with it.
I feel like that's
disappointment. Just play more Pokemon Sword and Shield, you stupid fucks.
See,
Flashies, human.
I don't know if I necessarily believe.
Consume product.
Hold on, I gotta do my best.
Plain consume product.
I gotta do my best J impression. Don't ask questions, just consume products and wait patiently for the next product. But yeah, no, like, I don't know if I believe that they would be doing nothing with Pokemon Masters. Honestly, I bet you it'll come up at some point again. Because you know, like,
You should buy Pokemon.
they, well, you know, they
Do you know what you should really buy?
Mario Kart Tour, yes.
Not Skyrim.
Everyone, this is Todd Howard by Skyrim.
What if Todd Howard walked in to like the Pokemon Direct suddenly? How surprising would that be?
I mean, okay, so like to give it a real ball. I mean, in theory, like
Play
the
Skyrim
method.
in your Pokemon game.
Hello, I'm Todd Howard.
Dragons.
The next, you know, it wouldn't surprise me if this Pokemon was co-produced or co-developed by Bethesda. Like, no. Hello, it's me, Todd
What
Howard.
I'm saying is that the next update
Pokemon
is
needs
going
to be buggier.
Battle Royale mode.
We're introducing Pokemon 76. Todd, no, I don't. Todd, you shouldn't do that. You know, Fallout 76 was pretty broken and buggy, and also didn't work.
Hurt me more, Todd. Hurt me more.
We're introducing Pokemon 76.
If it was Pokemon 76, would that mean that if 3 Pokemon used Explosion at the same time in a triple battle, you'd crash the game and the servers and brick your Switch?
Oh, wait. We're fixing that issue. Don't worry. So says I, Todd Howard.
The meantime,
It'll also
by
crash
Skyrim.
Mario while you're at it.
I know Dynamax has been banned, so say Smogon, but Dynamax Garchomp sounds terrifying.
Dynamax Garfield.
Archomp.
Oh.
No, Dynamax Garfield.
I'm in the Pokemon game. I need some lasagna.
Splut?
I
What's a
forgot to
splut?
mention, the new Pokemon added as DLC, they cannot Dynamax, so fuck you.
I hate
Forgot
Mondays.
to model them.
That
We
Slowpoke
forgot
design.
to set
Just
parameters.
Lasagna.
It's like, if
That
they're just gonna...
Slowpoke is so lazy. Holy
Yeah, no, if
crap.
they're
It's
just
just
gonna
a
paint it, they might as well
Slowpoke
not
with
do
a
it.
P on its head. It's just a
Exactly.
P-headed Slowpoke. It's terrible.
Yes, like, why even bother?
I'm sure Doom's best pleased, knowing that not only have they ruined Zigzagoon, but they've also ruined his Reggies.
Oh boy, the Reggies, they
Don't
look...
they just... Well,
The Reggies
yeah,
look
they swap out.
like they've been designed by like a 10-year-old who doesn't understand how the Reggies work.
I mean,
Sounds like all
presumably-
Gen 8 Pokemon Tour.
Oh.
So
What
you've got,
if,
like,
right?
Regilectric and then Regidragon, I guess, unless it's supposed to be dark, but it looked like a giant dragon's head on its arm, so I don't know.
Yeah, that's not very Reggie.
What if
I
they
know
added Reggie
Regilectric's
Garfield?
One of the ones people kind of wanted, but I mean that doesn't look that great.
No, it just looks like a Reggie, but he has arms, electric arms. It's really weird.
It's just got like spaghetti strands just coming out of each end of his body there.
What if the new Reggie was Reggie in disguise?
So, my body is Reggie. Is that the Reggie that would be coming out?
Yeah, that Reggie.
Boy, I can't wait to partake in more arguments about this pass.
His power is
It's got the
playing Animal Crossing on his Nintendo 3DS.
the Reggie Fils-Aimé Pokemon Reggie. It would surely have the highest defense stats because its body is a purple pigment.
Oh,
Surely.
yeah, definitely highest defense stat.
Nice. Nice.
I still don't know what
Now I'll
the...
find it. But I know there was like this image of a load of Reggies that someone fan designed. I know a lot of them looked a bit like crap, but just want to try and find it and compare what their electric Reggie looked like.
Yeah, please do. I'm curious to see how it holds up to the actual one.
Like that direct was
There it
like...
is.
That direct was like a
Could've found it.
near waste of time. Like there was not much there.
Yeah, we got PMD and Sword and Shield stuff, so I guess it's pretty cool. Oh, here we go.
Yeah, but does
Their
anyone
Reggie
care?
Electric kind of went with the Chargestone Cave kind of thing, so electrified rocks, which is what they kind of should have gone with. But
Yeah,
then
that's
I guess it's too close to Reggie Rock. But
I mean, they could have like based on Chargestone Cave, I guess, maybe.
I will say, however, that the fan-made Regidragon also looks terrible. So yeah.
Let's see. Oh wow, this is a big image.
It's huge.
Reggie Spider. Reggie Magma looks kind of cool.
Wait, which one's the electric one?
The one that's the
one
sort
has
of
the yellow
one
bits
with
on
little yellow bits on it. Yeah.
Oh, are you sure that's not fairy?
Are you sure that's not
The fairy
Slowpoke?
one's the one at the bottom.
Don't be 20 IQ.
Fairy one's next to the dark slash
Oh,
ghost
right.
one.
The Dark Slash
Basically
one looks like something from Metroid Prime 2.
Absolutely. I'm surprised they didn't go with
The
Fire
electric one is
Water
just-
and grass.
Duraludon.
You don't know. I don't. No, I don't know why they didn't go with like the fire.
What do we
water
all
and
rate
grass.
that direct
Instead
on
they
a
went with-
level of stinky to not stinky?
Can you rephrase the question?
I don't know how to.
Can you repeat the question?
Okay, how do we rate that direct
I think I'd
on a level
I
of
mean, I'd
stinky
call
to
it
not stinky?
probably.
You cut out. What? Compare what to what?
Well, is the
Are you
direct
talking about whether
stinky?
the deck was stinky or not?
Say it was probably floaty poo out of 10.
Floaty poo.
Melee
Yeah.
player out. of
Okay,
10.
I need to get the Reggies
Oh.
up. I forgot what, like...
I would say I'd give it a stinky.
The thing about the Mystery Dungeon game is I know why they did that art style, and it's because like the title screen images for like the original Mystery Dungeon and like the Explorer series is they did have that very sort of sketch sort of aesthetic to them, so it's trying to translate it to like from 2D to 3D. It does look a bit rough, but I mean, at least it has some style, and I get what they're doing with it. It's kind of like the Link's Awakening thing, where they were trying to go with some original style that they were trying to do.
Don't get me started.
Because it was a sprite game.
Okay, look,
Yeah.
that
I'm not
Pokemon thing looks better than Link's Awakening.
I don't really like that though.
Okay, like
Because I don't really remember PMT4 that storybook look. I just remember it being like having like really good sprite work, and the game itself doesn't look like a storybook at all.
Yeah, no, it was literally just for like the title screen, and I think some cinematic images. I think there were a few in there.
Yeah.
That might just be Explorers of Sky during the special episodes. They have those
Honestly-
sorts of images in there.
Is that
honestly don't
Colossal
know.
Titan Reggie?
I don't know
Yes,
if
I
I
imagine
would
that's
really
supposed to be what
compare.
we're going for.
I don't know if
That
I'd
looks
really compare
terrifying.
the Mystery Dungeon thing to Link's Awakening remake.
Kind of looks like an Akira Toriyama design a little bit, if you recolor it.
What,
And the
Mystery
Flying
Dungeon?
Reggie is just one of those Dyson fans.
I kind of like the Flying Reggie one. Sort of.
I mean, what I can only assume is the ground type Reggie looks pretty alright, although it reminds me of something from, I think it's Maple Story. Possibly. Something along those lines.
What the hell's Maple Story?
But,
The tree one is cool. I like it.
don't actually really know what Maple Story is. I think it's like some online thing. I just know a lot of the like monsters from it because I've seen them around in places.
Honestly, some of
I
these
think
are
it
really
looks like
cool.
something from that.
Well,
I mean, some of them are- some of them are a bit-
Woodman.
Nice.
No. No. But, I don't know. No, I'm,
You should have seen Woodsman in that. It was hilarious.
Woodman? What is this, like
Was it
Seaver
the Fire
Gun?
Reggie just Spire from Prime Hunters?
Which
Which
one?
is exactly Spire from Prime Hunters. So I can
I
only assume
want
that he's
to-
lost his
Wait.
parents.
What's
So now
Woodman's
there's
theme?
two- So there's two ones that look like they're from Metroid.
But to be honest, the Reggies probably wouldn't be out of place in a Metroid game anyway, but...
Let's make a mod of Metroid Prime 1 and replace Vardis' model with Reggie.
Just going back a bit, I get the feeling that they wouldn't just show off like just an electric and a dragon Reggie just out of nowhere. I think there's probably a few more in there, because just electric and dragon seem like completely random picks.
It would be exactly one more.
What about the other ones? Like
Hang
the
on a
Alola-
minute. Like,
We're not on Alola. What about the Gala like Kanto birds?
I don't know if that argument for like randomly picking like the Reggie types really holds up, because like the original Reggies were kind of randomly picked. Like what, you got a rock one,
They were
steel one, and an ice one.
yeah,
What?
rock, steel, ice. They're supposed to be like earth element type things. So like, because you got like the rock for like sand, then you got metal, which is like a hardened earth material, and then the ice, which is, well, frozen water. So no, they were sort of like earth elements in a sense, not completely random.
And what do the new
They
Reggies
made sure
look
that
like?
Reggie. They made sure that Reggie still sucked because, well, you know, it's got type advantage over both the other two. But there we are.
Do, 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 do. The psychic one looks kind of weird.
Yeah, it's like some kind of drone you'd find in like a sci-fi film.
A drone?
It's the robot armor.
Kind of looks like another Metroid design. Now I think on it.
By drone, do you mean drone of a kazoo? Like,
Can these guys just be in Metroid Prime 4?
can just No. Can Metroid not be less good than Castlevania?
DoomBowser is now typing.
Did someone say something about Metroidvania?
He said,
Or
"Can
Metroid
Metroid
being better Castlevania?
Castlevania is better. In
It's
every
certainly
sense.
a contentious opinion you have there.
What? Sorry, what is it? I actually didn't hear you. Like, this isn't like a
He
what?
said your
What?
opinion is contentious."
I'm gonna have to Google that word now, and I'm probably gonna be really angry when I learn what it means.
Oh my god, Reggie.
I just found it as one of the image suggestions when I was looking for the ready forms, and I kind of died laughing about it.
It looks
looks
so.
so bad.
How do you spell that
cursed.
word?
This is cursed.
Causing or likely to cause an argument. Controversial.
Yes. Yes.
No!
Oh boy.
Oh, I'm upset.
So what was this bet? How good did this go? Like compared to how bad it could have went.
Plasmoid, what the hell is that thing? Like, I go to my iPad to check, to check what the word contentious means, and I come back. There's this thing. I see. What is that? It looks like an Earthbound sprite, kind of.
It kind of does now that I look on it a little bit.
Yeah, but Earthbound is stinky, so
You're stinky.
I know I stink, but that's besides the point.
But yeah, I mean, it could have been worse. It could have been Ultra Sword and Ultra Shield, right?
Don't know. Like,
I mean, we
That's sort
kind of
what
got
we're
that.
getting, aren't we?
Sort of, except a
We're
little
sort
bit
of getting that sort of thing.
what is that?
Slightly earlier in the game's life cycle for half the price. Which I mean,
it's half the price. It's not a full price for like Ultra was. It's slightly
See,
better.
here's the fun part: is that although they've said that the DLC expansion passes would be the equivalent of those sorts of, like the third games in the series, they're still going to make a third game in the series.
Probably.
Or they could just skip over a
DLC
generation.
on top of it.
Oh,
So you have the first two games, and then you have the DLC for that, and then you have the third game with DLC. So you just pay all this money. It's
Rich
a fantastic idea.
Oh no, third version. Oh no.
What is that I'm
Yes.
looking at? This Reggie thing. It looks like a penguin, but with
So
Reggie.
around like Platinum, there are a lot of rumors going around. One of them was like Reggie Giga's Sky form and something, and that's what that image was. I know we all know now it's a load of bollocks, but back
Reggie
then it was
Giga's
just like, whoa,
penguin
Reggie
form.
Gigas could have a new form. That's amazing.
Hello, it is me.
Turns out,
I think
no.
I am certainly
Oh, hey, Reggie Gigas can have an ability that doesn't suck.
Oh boy, a cool meme.
I'm
Turns
definitely
out, no, it was the
I'm definitely
unsuspecting
credible,
hedgehog
but
that turned
I bet you that
into something
Reggie
else.
will have a new form. Don't you mean Reggie Rock? No, I just mean Reggie.
Yeah, look, it's just Inteleon on a cloud with a long tail.
I just say that the finger gun water thing just looks so freaking odd.
It is odd.
No,
What
it's
is
Like
this
he's
I'm
generated
looking at?
this hard water around his finger, and it's like, I don't know, it just looks really freaking weird.
Oh, that
But then
does
I
look a
didn't
bit
like
weird.
Inteleon's design anyway.
Inteleon design sucks.
That
just-
that doesn't look
Read off a
right.
load of sniper qu- Can we read off a load of sniper quotes for
Peace.
Inteleon?
What quote? Scrub
Yes.
quote?
He said sniper quotes.
It's not. Oh, you've got the right man to do it.
Yes, he did.
Stab,
Wanker!
Stab, stabby, stab.
That's not even like the best impression I can do of Sniper.
Bugger!
We
Like
kept you.
what is it? Like, you know.
And such.
That helmet's gonna make a nice bowl for your brains! Or something like that.
I don't know. What do you guys thought about it? Overall.
Overall,
I would play TF2,
well,
but
Cause
like,
more chaos.
that game.
It could have been more
was big.
outrageous, yeah.
it could have, but I mean, we're still having to pay for things that were part of other games previously, but I mean, I suppose you're not having to pay to strictly get them in the game. I mean, the Pokédex expansion itself is free. I mean, you just have to pay 2 subscriptions to get those Pokemon over to your game. But
Has it ever been assumed that it actually is 2 subscriptions?
Passes.
Has it been confirmed that it's actually 2 subscriptions?
Oh no, the 2 subscriptions, I meant, because obviously you're going to have to pay for the home subscription, and I can only imagine that in order to connect home, you probably have to have the Switch subscription, the online subscription.
I don't know about
probably.
that. I would believe that it would be that like you only have to pay for the home one.
Hope that, but this is Nintendo/Game Freak we're talking about here. I mean, I own a couple of games where there's online features that don't affect online in any way, like an online profile or whatever, that you can't customize until you've gone online. But in order to get online, you need the Switch online. It's like,
have you got an example
I can't even
of this?
customize. I mean, cross tag is like that.
Guys,
Really?
gosh, I'm
Cross
getting
tags
Dragon
like that?
Dance.
Who gets
Oh,
Dragon
damn.
Dance?
What the fuck are they doing? Why are they fucking giving Dragon Dance? The fucking idiots!
I didn't know that cross tag was like that.
Oh!
I guess I probably couldn't have found out that cross tag was like that.
Was that shown in the trailer?
I always had the online.
Can we get a source? Please give me a
Oh,
source so that I don't want to just.
Garchomp.
You know,
What, this
yeah,
is
getting Dragon Dance.
source for what?
Dragon
What am I
Dance
looking
is a
at?
technical record.
That doesn't mean he'll get it necessarily.
It
Like,
might be an
if it's
egg
like-
move or something.
Here's Garchomp, can't learn Dragon Dance via technical record. Fuck you, I guess.
They turned Zapdos into an ostrich.
Oh yeah, I mean.
Don't you mean
Moltres
Moltres?
looks
It's
like
already an
some kind of.
ostrich.
Moltres literally looks like a dragon.
No, Zapdos just
I mean,
kind of looks
it's like
like...
an offshoot of Yveltal, isn't it?
It was just orange
Got like black
Zapdos.
and red
Like, that was
things.
it.
It looks more like a
Just
shiny form than an actual Pokemon. That Moltres.
Just toasty Zapdos.
Why does it look like a shit post?
Zaptoast. That's what we shall call it.
That is the best way to summarize it.
Artwork is like a reference shot some people draw, where they like draw them face on. One arm is down, and then one arm is in the air. It's just a reference image. That I don't get it. I do not understand this Pokemon. It's
Oh
like,
my
it's got
god,
the
you're
head of a
right!
deer,
That is how the
it's
arms
got
are
the old
positioned.
Something.
It has the head of a deer, 4 rabbit's ears, and a really big fucking head. I think.
Got Marge's pearls around it, but with Triforces on them.
Oh no, I found myself in a Pokemon world!
Fucking weird design.
Bring me eggs.
So what definitely? How bad is the design in like Gen 8 standards?
It just looks so weird because they've stuck like a deer's head on this tiny little body. It's almost like it's related to those fossils. Like it just doesn't look right.
Wait, is it context?
doesn't.
What fossils are you talking about?
Yeah, the fossils from this current generation, where they basically like mix and match fossils, and they look like they all need to die. That sort of thing.
You know,
The
what
fossil
we're
just
talking
like starts speaking and goes, "But please!"
about? Oh, that looks even worse than I remember. That looks bad.
Oh, God, no. Oh.
It's so bad.
Wait, that's from the thing.
That is.
Yeah, that's the
Compare this
actual
to. Yeah,
Regielektric. Oh, God.
that looks
Oh,
fucking
no.
awful.
No, that doesn't look good.
What if it's just like
mean, I
a
know
new
the
form
logical
for
thing is that-
Regigigas?
If Reggie's is supposed to be an embodiment of each... No,
Mother
they just
says
stuck a
it's my
Charizard
turn
head
to
on
be
it.
the Reggie.
They just stuck a Charizard head on it.
I think that just
Why
means...
are these?
Damn it.
Why does the fan made one look better than these?
Don't
That's
know.
always how it
Oh,
happens,
just looks
really.
Like, it's like a kid Reggie. Like a child.
It does. It's the baby Yoda of Reggie's.
It's the fucking like shitty '90s cartoon.
I'm looking through.
The felony I must.
That is literally Ryu's pose in Smash 4.
And I get the Reggie Electric thing is supposed to be because the Reggie's supposed to be made out of that element, so Reggie literally has to be comprised of electricity. But I've known so many other designs of things that are just pure electricity that look better than this. Like, it's possible to make something out of electricity, and they just haven't done that here.
Should have been like
They've
a
done
walking
whatever that
battery.
is.
Blastoise is just a giant fortress of cannons.
Focused on Venusaur and Blastoise is like, guess what? We just remembered these two exist. Sorry.
Yes, what? We just remembered.
Need to get their Dynamax forms.
Someone posted Avery and then the screen cap from Red and Blue was like, are you a boy or are you a girl?
That's fair enough. I mean, the internet will decide inevitably. I mean, that doesn't mean anything because I mean, you got people who would stick a dick on anything.
That's
so.
not the best one. You should have posted the one where he's shooting eye lasers.
That Articuno looks looks like a weird demon.
That's a really weird Articuno, isn't it?
That's
looks
also
like it's
doing the
gotta be
one arm
related
side, one
to, like,
arm
Dark
up
Rex.
pose.
Decidui. It looks like, yeah, I know people forget it's named Dartrix, the middle form of Decidui. It looks like it's related to that just by its pose alone.
To be
The
fair,
silly sort of
it's-
squinted eyes and the quiff and the wing up.
It
It
looks
just looks
like
silly.
a weird X. Is kind of like all the Galarian forms.
I'm gonna be honest here. The only legendary I think the only new form out of these guys that I actually like is the Zapdos one.
It's
Look,
just
big
orange
orange
Zapdos. It's just
Zapdos.
tanned.
I don't know. I think it looks kind of cool with the ostrich thing going on.
You know, if they have like the mustard Slowpoke, what's the mustard evolution of Slowpoke gonna look like?
They actually tried their best to hide what that thing's looking like.
Mustard Slowpoke?
Oh, hang on. Zapdos' shiny form was already orange.
Slightly orange.
The funny thing is that it used to be like orange and like gold and silver, and then it became like slightly orange, and then over time the original Zapdos became a more paler yellow, and the shiny became the original yellow of Zapdos.
It kind of just looks
It's
like a
real brown.
giant explosion.
Oh, let me look at this price.
If I post its model from the 3D games or whatever, is that the shiny or the
They're
original?
barely different.
That is
The color
the
scheme
shiny.
is the
I
shiny.
mean, the pale thing
But, like-
might just be because of like the Gen 6 models being pale in general.
It's not necessarily the models because it's the lighting engine making them look a bit crap. Because if you play like Sun and Moon in the morning where everything's got this nice orange tint, the models actually look quite nice. It's just when it goes past 8 o'clock, it's like everything gets this normal tint and it all looks a bit.
Better quality.
Moltres but evil.
Hello, I'm
It's just an
Moltres.
offshoot of Yveltal.
I'm
That's
evil
not funny,
Moltres.
It kind of is. I mean, I get what they're going for, but I don't think it looks good as like an alternate Moltres.
What is Pokemon going for? At
Like,
this
if
point?
Moltres didn't exist and this was like a standalone Pokemon, I probably would have liked it, but it doesn't look good as a Moltres.
As Moltres was never like my favourite of the birds, but maybe that's because I had primary exposure to it from like Colosseum, where its model looked a bit pants. But,
My favourite
I mean, I
of the
always
birds
liked
is
Zapdos the
Staraptor.
most, but yeah.
I like Zapdos the most too. Moltres is okay. Let me look.
outside of Zapdos, they're all kind of bad anyway.
Okay,
Gigantamax
like that's the
is-
best one right there, the drum one. Like what actually is that?
It's Leafy Kong.
See,
It's
what it
the new
is
Kong.
it's Goron Link from Majora's Mask playing his instrument.
He's gonna play the Song of Time.
No, don't you mean Deku Link?
No, Goron. Goron Link has the drums.
No, Deku had the tubes. The Goron is the drums.
I'm like 90% sure that the Deku Link was the drum one.
No, it's not. He
no.
wasn't.
He's got the big wooden horns. It's definitely the Goron.
The Goron has the drums.
Goron
The Deku.
Cause Goron big stupid, Goron need to bang drum with his big hitty stick.
Does it
And then
really matter?
Zora
Like
plucks
that?
a
Like
fish
Majora's Mask
skeleton.
isn't good anyway, so.
Did you just say Majora isn't very good?
I don't like Majora. I like what is it?
But it
Wind
isn't
Waker.
very good though.
Listen, both N64 ones are not good. They make me feel motion sick because of how bad the lighting is.
The lighting.
Yeah, in the
Admittedly, they
N64
don't
ones, like
look
fucking
great
blurry
today's,
textures.
Standard. Personally, if you want to play Ocarina of Time, just play the 3DS version. That's great. It's got pretty much all the same glitches and skips in it. So, if you want to enjoy Ocarina of Time, play the 3DS version.
I did. I didn't enjoy it.
You're talking about the 3DS version?
No, I'm talking about both versions.
Oh.
I mean, I mean, as someone who doesn't really play Zelda very much because I'm an idiot and I'm too stupid and I can't pay attention for very long, Ocarina of Time, I liked that one. It was able to keep my interest before I had to go race cars around a track and punch people because I'm stupid and I can only play those sorts of games.
I don't get how like really, Breath of the Wild is like the best 3D Zelda. Just in general.
Oh.
We're gonna get some controversial opinion there.
Fucking
Oh no.
shit.
Talking
Oh,
mad shit
no.
to someone in DoomBowser.
I said, what's wrong with Breath of the
Hot
Wild?
gamer takes.
Does Doom have a problem with
Hot
Breath of the
gamer
Wild or
takes.
something? Like, what's going on here?
He doesn't like it at all.
Doom doesn't like Breath of the Wild very much.
Is Doom like the opposite of me? Like, for real? Because, like, first, we have an argument about,
Mario Kart 2.
Mario Kart 2, and then I say Breath of the Wild is the best, like, 3D Zelda, and then he goes, no, that's wrong.
He didn't even say
It is
anything
wrong.
yet.
And then
you're
earlier,
on the
and then
other
earlier,
side of
I
the
say,
earth,
you know,
so,
Castlevania's
you're
better,
right.
and then he says, like, you know, that's wrong too.
I'm not
That's
saying you're
that's
wrong, but
contagious,
you're wrong.
or whatever he said.
You're not wrong for having an opinion. You're just wrong for having a different opinion. That's how that works.
You have a different opinion on the internet. You know how this goes. You're not allowed to have a differing opinion on the internet.
No different opinions for me.
on the internet.
Oh, hello, it is me, a pro gamer. No different opinions. That is not allowed. Not at all.
No anime.
Todd. Listen,
What would I even say about that?
I'm
There
still
isn't
slightly
much.
mad from when you said any anime that takes place in a high school can go fuck itself, because Psyche K is still really good.
I don't like
I
that
mean-
trope.
I know you're not. I know it's common practice to shit on popular anime and stuff, but I do quite like My Hero Academia, and that's kind of set in a high school, so.
It kind of like parodies it though a little bit, doesn't it?
I don't know if I'd say
you want
that.
parody, you want One Punch Man. That's a parody. That's a good one.
That's I always
The whole
I always saw One Punch Man as a meme and not an anime.
kind
Yeah,
of,
he
but the
says,
way
okay,
they
you know?
get it to work is- like they introduce this character who's so strong he can beat anyone with like one punch. So the whole point of the anime is to get it so that he's not where the problems are. He's like somewhere else doing something else, preoccupied. So all the other heroes can get their ass kicked, and then eventually he realizes, oh, I've got to go. Apparently something's happening,
looks
and then
so
he just
bad.
one shots everything.
It's like the ultimate Dragon Ball piss take.
Can we just hang on a moment? Look at this.
All they did was make the ears bigger.
Notice that its legs are behind it, but its things coming down from the front of its body. It's a penis. It's standing on its penis.
Is that like a beta design? On the fucking...
Where's the top view of them in Teleon?
I don't.
I have killed the man.
I don't get this. This is
These
terrible.
designs suck.
That is standing on its
Cinderace has its
penis.
arms crossed. That means that Cinderace has said something, and it means that it is absolutely correct in what it has said, because its arms are crossed. I always
happened to
knew
the people who
Such
designed
an
the
anime.
characters for this
Cinderace
game?
is. I always knew Cinderace
Such
was
an anime
someone's OC,
protagonist.
and there it is. Yeah, it's someone's OC. Is it
It is.
Masuda's OC? Is Cinderace Masuda's persona? Is
Did
that
they get Masuda to make these Pokemon?
I think it is safe to say yes, Cinderace is Masuda's persona.
You
So
know
wait,
how they said
whose
that N
persona
was
was
a Pokemon?
Lucario then?
Listen, they all cross their arms at some point, I
What?
think. Does it matter which one? They're all his persona.
I just want to know what the hell happens. Why are the designs in this gen so bad?
Because
I mean,
James turned.
they started off strong. They started off strong. We had things like Wooloo. That's a dumb looking sheep. I like that one. You've got Corviknight. Great, just edgy Skarmory. Fantastic looking thing. Dreadnought. I kind of like Dreadnought. It looks like a silly chompy turtle.
Teacup.
Chewtle looks like shit. That needs to go away. But and then you introduce Gossifleur, which is a generic flower Pokemon. It doesn't look bad and whatever. And then you have Eldegoss, which looks like a smug Myra B plant. I mean,
I don't like it.
You forgetting,
right? I mean,
Alcremie's
it's-
cute, but then they said it was the Cummies, and then it suddenly became not.
oh yeah,
cute.
it's just like, let's just joke about it being the Cummies. It's like, it's not really a Cummie. And then you look at like Game Freak's description, it's like, oh, no it is. It's officially a cum cake. Wonderful.
What? What? Where is this? Is this
on
canon?
the actual Pokemon website, on the little bit that goes over some of the Pokemon, and Alcremie's thing is about, it says some things that you just can't avoid the fact that they're clearly saying that it is just semen. It's terrible.
That's a real problem. Where's my Switch? I want to play some.
There it is. That's the image I was trying to find. There we go.
Oh, that's right. We were watching the trailer, weren't we? And when that came out, we were going, ah.
You're not making that up, are you? Like, that's real?
I mean, they don't use the word cum cake, obviously. This is PG-3, but, yeah, Peggy 3, whatever it is. But, you know, it's clearly saying that this thing that is covered in cream is a different type of cream. It's the cream that is comes out of the sausage, that sort of cream.
So it's not cream, it's cream. But yeah, that's in air quotes.
It's cream.
Who got paid to write that? Like, honestly.
No, I mean, I always assumed, like, in universe, it was always just some kid who wrote the script. It's like, well, the thing is like hotter than the sun. But I don't know. Someone is definitely writing these. I mean,
Deep prototype. What was I gonna say? Well, I mean, I guess it's good that they remember PMD 1 and... That's a good thing, I guess.
I mean, I suppose I was being a bit too hopeful, thinking they might skip one and then go to the best one and remake Sky, but whatever.
Should I?
You're expecting
is
like
that it?
what Alcremie did, like they skipped part of time.
Are we done here?
Scream has a
Is that the whole
soothing
thing?
effect. When attacked by an opponent, Alcremie will throw sweet-scented cream to distract or temporarily blind them with chlamydia.
It's really funny how just one little comment on like that trailer just changes everything you know
Sweet-scented
about this
cream and nothing more. The cream it uses for this purpose has an incredibly powerful soothing effect, and any opponent that tries to eat the cream will rapidly lose the will to battle and get impregnated.
Oh boy.
That would make you lose the will to battle, I guess.
I don't know where I read it, because I can't find it here, but I know I read something about Alcremie, and something about how thick its cream is. I'm sure it's got to be somewhere in like the Gigantamax forms thing. Hang on.
It's
Where
thick
is it?
cream. Ick. The cream is thick. That's with 2 C's.
Yes, I know, mister. I know you've been explaining about this cream thing for about 30 minutes, okay? You don't need to say anymore.
But it's cream. Tastes good.
That voice.
Here we go. I found it.
Super high calorie missiles. Alcremie will launch high calorie cream missiles around itself to attack its opponents. This cream will be filled with energy and euphoria, but at the same time will fall into a state of complete confusion as to why it whacked off onto it.
I'm gonna puke. I'm gonna puke from
Also,
laughter.
its creamy body is resistant to shock.
Stop!
The stronger the impact, the harder it becomes.
Stop! I'm gonna fucking puke! Oh, that shit's hilarious!
Yeah, it's just a cum cake. That's probably what they designed this Pokemon to be.
Brilliant.
Infinite be like, guys, what if we take the cutest Pokemon this gen and ruin it?
Nice.
What
Good
if we
going,
appeal
Gameplay.
to the Kumas? What if we make a Pokemon that the Kumas will enjoy? Let's make one about semen.
Brilliant. 2 out of 10.
No, it's a semen Pokemon. What?
I'm pretty sure it was like Obstacle when the designs started to go shit, right?
Phil, I'm gonna have
That's
to
when
tell
the revealed
Phil
design
about this.
started to look a bit
I need
off.
like a link to this description,
Yeah.
honestly, because I need to see if this is real.
Oh, it is real. I'll post them both in the chat. They are completely 100% real, and that's completely terrible.
Oh
I'm just
my
laughing Bowser.
God.
There we go.
Okay, right, let me see this. Alcremie. Let me see. Its cream has a soothing effect when it's handled for sweet scented cream. That is real.
Yeah.
Oh my god. That